Hey guys, it's LEGO Boys E3. Today I'm going to be unboxing the X-Man Bolt Square-1. So before we get into it, obviously this is not my normal setup. I have terrible audio coming straight from my camera, and I'm literally holding up my phone as lighting right now. But for now, you're just going to have to deal with it, so let's just get this Square-1 open. This is the newest Square-1 on the market from MoFangGe, or X-Man is kind of their secondary brand. That sub-brand has created lots of cool puzzles, including some of them that are my mains, such as the X-Man Galaxy Megaminx and the X-Man Pyraminx. So let's see if this one holds up just as well. So before we start turning it, let's just compare this to the original Chi one. Obviously we have a different sized middle layer, which is the main difference on the outside. And obviously this one isn't stickerless, but it could have been if I wanted it. Right off the bat, this middle layer is very, very smooth, very, very nice. These layers are a little bit slower, but I think that's on purpose. But when it comes to corner cutting in between them, it doesn't seem that good. Seems like the cube overall is very, very tight right now. Maybe you could fix that a little bit. Let's just try a parity algorithm real quick. Hands are slipping around quite a bit. Yeah, it's kind of hard to just corner cut in between there, so I'm going pretty slow compared to on this where I can go quite a bit faster. But yeah, I do kind of like the turning. The original Chi is just very like smooth and fast. This one has a little bit more of a textured, bumpy kind of feeling to it, but that would probably go away with a little bit of breaking in, and honestly it would probably become pretty similar to this one after a little while. It could also be different because of the stickerless plastic, I'm not really sure. But yeah, currently it's not quite as good, so I'm going to see if I can loosen this cube up a little bit and make it a little bit better. So I went ahead and just went at it and loosened this cube up a lot. That's honestly way too loose for my liking. But it did improve the cube quite a bit. It does have a lot more corner cutting now. It can corner cut probably about a half of one of these pieces, basically to the point where you can corner cut at any point in one of these pieces and it will cut. Not quite halfway through one of these pieces, but then again, I don't think the Chi could do that either. Let's just check. Nope. Can do about, yeah, there. This one can do, yeah, probably about the same, maybe a little bit more. But one really nice thing I noticed is about these screws. On the original Chi Square-1, you can only loosen it like a very tiny amount until the cube just entirely fell apart. And if you messed around with it too much, the screws would strip on the other side. And then the cube would continually fall apart no matter what you did to it, and you'd kind of just have to buy a nut to put on it yourself. This one, you have a ton of room right there. You see that's the end of the screw. You could unscrew that like forever and it would still stay on there. So I think they learned from their last one. It looks like there's even more support material on there. And I know that everyone always gets annoyed about my messed up color scheme on the Square-1 where you have this piece right here and white on the top. But that's how all my Square-1s came from the start. And so now I just switch all my new ones to it. So yeah, I'm going to do that on this one too, just to annoy people. There we go, put that back on. So overall the feeling of this Square-1 kind of feels a little bit awkward to kind of turn. I'm not really sure what it is about it, but it just doesn't seem right. Maybe it's the stickers, they kind of seem slippery, maybe I'll replace those. I've never really had a good Square-1 of stickers, so maybe I'm just not used to it. But either way, I'm pretty sure with some breaking in and lubing of this cube, which I've done a lot to this cube, it would probably turn at least as good as this, probably a little bit better. So if you were to buy Square-1 right now, I would probably recommend going for this one because it seems like it has more potential than the original Chi, just in the way that it's built. And so that is just about it for this unboxing. I actually got this cube from Speed Cube Shop. They had a little store set up at the competition that I was at, and so I went up and I got one of these because it didn't seem too expensive. And if anyone was wondering, I will have a video coming out on Saturday that will have my best solves from that competition. So that's pretty much it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!